do anything, Mrs. and George.
Hello, Henry.
Oh.
Good to see you.
You're familiar with my sister Barbara?
Oh, well, we are now. I just came here for a little disciplinary things I needed to talk to George about. I didn't mean to bring business in.
Oh. Barbara, maybe we should.
It's fine. Let's not make this.
Oh, no. I'm here to work and not to interfere.
No. And you're doing quite a fine job. Look at this. You cleaned this all yourself?
Oh, I did.
Look at this thing.
I'm sorry, I couldn't take a nap. My wife was in my bed.
Oh, George.
She's been so under the weather lately. She hardly comes out.
Yeah, I suspect we won't be seeing her very soon at all.
George, Henry's here. He said he had important things to talk to you
Well,
about.
sweet Henry, what's going on?
Oh, what do you want?
I'll smoke right here. You just keep talking.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah, that's what I needed to talk to you about. I mean, doesn't bother me none, but I guess some of the children's parents have been talking, and you have been smoking around the vicinity of the children. And it's not that it bothers me. I'm fine. I think it's mighty healthy to have a good puff every once in a while. Relieve stress. It's quite nice. But again, the children, some of them are weaker, of course, and they don't feel particularly well with the smoking. So,
Well, just tell me precisely how many feet I need to walk away from the children before it's okay for me to have a habit.
Well, I suppose legally I would say maybe 15 feet. I don't know. But again, who's to say what's 15 feet? What's 10 feet? What's 50 feet? I'm not counting. I don't have a ruler if I had a ruler.
Well, let's just compromise and call it 8 feet.
8 feet
I'll
sounds
meet you
fine.
right in the middle, and I'll get 8 feet away from those children.
8 feet sounds nice and healthy. By the time that smoke hits that child's face, it's going to dissipate. It's going to be gone. So it's going to be like a nice fluffy cloud.
You did a good thing, Henry. You came over here, you laid down the law, you made me feel like I was spoken to, and I think everyone can feel good about the rules we made.
It's good.
So go ahead and clap yourself on your back, and I will now be 8 feet away from the children when I smoke.
Oh, well, all right. I don't mean to make it hard or anything.
Yes, Missy, that is quite a large collection of animals playing card games. Sweet Henry!
Oh.
Well, I didn't think I'd be running into you so soon again.
Oh, Milo.
Good to see you.
How you doing today?
I'm doing mighty fine. I got the Lord in my heart and a spring in my step.
Oh, that's what I like to hear. I like to hear that.
Yeah.
I like to hear you springing around like a little moon man.
George, are you smoking?
Yeah, that and thinking about death.
Well, that's two terrible ideas, but they do go together.
Oh, well, it's such a nice day, being away from the school. Sometimes I can understand where Mr. George is coming from. It can be a little tiresome sometimes with the children with their questions and whatnot.
Oh.
And they come to you all the time. They say, "Do you have any answers? You got to have answers."
I am sure that it can be tiring, but some of the children to come home to me is what I always say. You know that's from the Bible.
No,
You did not know that, or it's not from the Bible?
I've never heard that.
Oh.
I did not know that was from the Bible, and I won't argue with you if it is.
Well, Milo, I can trust that. If you say it's from the Bible, I believe.
Oh, it most definitely is. I can quote the good book back to front, front to back.
And if it's from the Bible, then
Well,
it's good.
then regale us with some Bible verses.
Oh, well, now I'm not just going to start spouting it out.
You already started, why stop now?
Well, I will say that...
Here I am, I'm a lost lamb. Here I am, a soul in need of finding.
I don't appreciate your mocking me, George. I know you
What?
don't believe what I believe.
Well, respond with my mocking with honest salvation.
I'll go through enough of this as I walk around the neighborhood, and I'm not going to put up with it from you.
Well, you got to have a handful of hope to believe anything in that book. And I tell you what, my hand's empty a lot.
Well, let me
Except for
tell
this.
you what about a handful of hope. You need more than that. You might need a whole body full of hope, which is what I have. I hope for many things. I hope for your salvation, George, and I hope for my own as well. And I do hope that I meet a nice woman next week at that party. I am tired of being on my own, if you know what I mean.
You don't know how good you have it.
What do you mean by that, George?
I'm just saying I have what you look. What we have here is a classic example of grass is greener, right? You're looking over my lawn, and by the way, you could have it.
Well, I will say that George keeps a mighty well-kept lawn. If his work in the schoolyard is any indication.
Oh, sweet Henry, we are dabbling in a thing called metaphor right now. And you are taking me literally. And I'm finding the joy in your praise, but we're not talking about the same thing we're talking about.
Not public.
No. You know what? But you are a sweet man.
Thank you very much. Yeah. It must be all them apples them children be giving me. Turn me into a big old apple pie.
I certainly hope that you don't let George rub off on you too much, sweet Henry.
Oh well, I mean George got some grit, got some real grit, and sometimes I need some of that grit. Them children can run wild. I mean, they can be like a bunch of marauders, you know. They could be like the Huns just going across Eastern Europe and ravaging the place.
They're soulless little bastards.
I can tell you both what you're doing wrong.
What's that?
You need to give them more discipline. I say spare the rod and spoil the child.
Let me guess.
You probably can.
Deuteronomy.
No.
Well, hold on. I can think of another book.
Well, don't take too much time, George.
Joshua.
There is no book of Joshua.
Job, that was the one you were thinking of?
There is a book of Job. You know what? I'm going to go home and I'm going to get me a couple of those Bibles and I'm going to come over here and just give them to you gratis.
Oh, thank you, Marla. It's quite nice.
As long as you've all promised to read them.
Oh, well, Scout's on.
Put it right in the curriculum. Maybe the children will enjoy it.
Oh.
I don't trust you, George, but I want to.
I'm refilling my glass before I'm finished.
Oh, good Lord, George, it's not even 11 o'clock in the morning yet.
Oh, what is this day off?
Oh, it's not 11 yet?
My word, I'm going to convert the two of you if it's the last thing I ever do.
I gave you a golden opportunity. I lay there askew with my shirt open and my heart exposed, and you decided to not do it.
I'm already Methodist, and I'm fine with that.
This is a house of heathens, and I'm going to do something about that. Good day to you both.
Nice man.
Sweet.
Where did that Milo go?
Went out the door.
Yeah. He didn't even say goodbye. Mighty not a very nice thing to do to a woman you just invited to a party.
Well, he did give us some nice book recommendations. We will take that.
Oh, did he? I just finished a good book.
Oh, did you?
I did.
You guys smell the desperation in here?
Now, George, there is nothing wrong with that Milo. Just because I've liked him since high school doesn't mean he's not going to notice me and pitter-patter his heart after me. I think that party is when it's going to happen. He's looking for love in that party, and I think if I dress up nice and look real nice and maybe memorize a few lines out of his good book, it might just do the trick.
Yeah, you could get inflicted with love.
And what would be so bad about that? Volume 9 makes love sound wonderful.
That's funny, you believe this book from a widow, but you are not soaking in any of the knowledge of the actual married couple in this home.
Well, I never see Mama. I never see your wife. She never gets out of bed. And you never seem happy. And I just don't think that's love.
You know, we used to be happy. I can remember us strolling around a park and her reading and me sneaking peeks at other women. I remember just sitting there, sitting in the joy of matrimony. And then I had to settle as a custodian.
And you're doing mighty fine work.
Yeah.
You do other than the disciplinary stuff, which no one's perfect.
You know, sweet Henry, I appreciate that, but it's almost an insult to say you're good at cleaning up after children.
I don't think so. Children are the messiest people on earth. Lord knows I don't like being around them one bit.
Yeah.
I think if you can clean up after children, you can clean up better than most people in this world.
I don't want to clean up after anyone. I prefer people to clean up after me.
Well, that's what Myra's for. Well, that and her good book. Oh.
I'm surprised that woman has such passion. That has made me curious.
Oh, she's got passion, all right. You should see what Volume 7 says.
Well, it's just funny because she's so sweet and she's always talking Bible talk. And all of a sudden you're talking about Volume 9. I've never thought about reading a book until today.
Well, I'm sure Milo will get right on it with those books. You know what? I've overstayed my welcome. You guys talk about very personal things, and I just realized that right now. Missy, good to see you. Good to see you.
Have you heard anything back from the district about my application to be a school children's guidance counselor?
There's that smell again.
I think I'd be really good at it.
Well, I mean, there's so many applications. We're going right through them. As soon as we get to them, we'll give you right a call.
Yeah. Okay.
Good to see you, Missy. Have a nice day. Enjoy your day off, George. And the distance, 8 feet. Thank you.
8 feet? You get in some kind of trouble with those children?
I'm not supposed to smoke within 8 feet of those children.
Oh, well.
If they go home and they sit around in their smoke-filled homes, because I know that daddies smoke.
Oh, we're so sorry we've been too loud, Mr. George. My sister and I just got so parched, we're so thirsty after talking about our journals.
Yeah, tell us more about your journals.
Oh, it's just girl stuff.
I can remember the past. It feels like it was fresh rain and beautiful flowers blooming. None of them were dead or gone. It was just all these bright colors around me.
And in my diary, it's like a breath of fresh air, breathing in new life. What was once forgotten or dead or left to wither is now starting to bloom in fresh, new light.
But is it this?
Missy, why do you have a tickle in your throat, Missy?
I do.
Well, I'm fresh out of smokes.
Okay. George, don't worry about a thing. Everything will be right in order when you come back.
The only thing I'm worried about is how I'm going to drive with this in my hand.
Oh, I'm not worried about that at all. He can do anything, that George.
You want some help with that?
Oh, thank you. Milo invited me to a party, and I need your help.
Oh, you need my help? My
I
little
do.
help? Oh.
You've been married, and from what I've heard, certainly not read, from what I've heard, your marriage was absolutely wonderful and full of passion, and, well, obviously his is not. I want to catch Milo at the church party, but I don't know how. I've known him since high school, and I just don't make him go pitter-patter.
Well, the first step to making a man go pitter-patter is to not come across too desperate. You want to think of yourself as the flame. You want to draw him in. Make his wings flap. Let him want you. Let him be enticed by your smile, your body.
Quite a party. Man, Nothing lonely than wanting to be lonely.
So, I was looking for my sister.
Well, you're out of luck.
Seems like she keeps your house pretty good. She's a real asset.
That she is. This place was in shambles before her. And it's still in shambles, but it looks pretty.
Well, you know, men can do something to repair shambles.
Yeah, they have to have spirit. But go ahead and regale me with what men should do.
Well, can take control and change their circumstances.
Look at you, a fountain of hope. You know, I've tried to control my circumstances. And every time some fickle finger of a god takes it away from me.
Somehow you don't have it held on tight then. Sounds like you're holding on to the tail of a lion rather than being the lion.
Okay, Barbara, what is at the end of this fable?
Well, my sister's a good woman, and you seem like you're a good man, and the kids need an active mother.
You think I'd be a good man to leave my wife in a bed and end up with the maid?
Well, if you're thinking about the children and what's going to be best for them over time.
Well, next time I have a thought about the children's goodwill, it'll be really early in the count of the amount of times